Hello students, this is Professor Faiz Raut from Jain College of Engineering, Department of MBA. This is the lecture of Module 4 of Strategic Management, which is strategic formulation. In this module, there are business strategies, which has been mentioned in the syllabus. There are corporate strategies, okay. Then there are retrenchment strategies, and then there is international business level strategies. So four kinds of strategies basically they have mentioned in the syllabus. So these business strategies are a type of strategies which the businesses adopt when they want to expand their businesses and be into the market and focus on which kind of customers. Corporate strategies are more towards the corporate decision making. So the head of the company or the uh, pretty much the board of directors who are handling maybe the owners of two or three companies like that, so they will be undergoing those strategies, so they are termed as corporate strategies. And the third okay, the one more thing is stability strategies is also mentioned. Stability strategies is the company is not going to take any drastic measures, so they will be attaining, they will be focusing more on stability of their company, no any drastic measures to change the strategy or any doing anything dramatic. Okay. And the next one is about retrenchment strategies. So whenever a company feels that their strategy is not doing good, so they will retreat from whatever strategy they have implemented into the market. So they will take a step back. So those strategies are called as retrenchment strategies. Okay, sorry for that. And then there is international business level strategies. The international business level strategies are international business level strategies are those which are for those companies where the company is into more than one country. So if there is an international company or a global company, what kind of strategies they can adopt, so it is there in this. Okay, so I'll begin with the first one, which is business strategies. Okay, so in business strategies, the economist Michael Porter has defined a kind of a model. Okay, just like Porter's 5 force model we have a Porter's generic model, Porter's generic business model. Okay, it is also called as generic model only. So in this model, he has designed that there are five kind of strategies which the company applies. If I go through this, a company's competitive strategy lays out a specific efforts of the company to position itself in the marketplace, please the customers, ward off the competition threats, and achieve a particular kind of competitive advantage. Okay, so from the very beginning of the strategic management, a company is always trying to achieve a competitive advantage over its rivals. So using these business strategies also, the company wants to gain competitive advantage by all these measures, by achieving a good position in marketplace, pleasing the customers, removing the competitive threats and then achieve a particular kind of competitive advantage. So for this, they need to focus on something which we'll be studying. So they'll be focusing on which strategy to go with. So there are five which has been listed here: a broad low cost strategy, a broad differentiation strategy, a focused low cost strategy, a focused differentiation strategy. First two are the broad strategies which the company will be adopting. Third and fourth are the focused or niche strategy for the niche market which the company will can be adopting will be can adopt. And then the fifth one is the best cost strategy. Best cost strategy is the combination of broad and focused strategy. Okay, it is a mixture of everything. So it has taken some of the attributes of broad strategy, some of the attributes from the focus strategy, and then the best cost strategy has been developed. So we'll go through it one by one. Okay, so okay, again sorry for that. This is the Porter's 5 for generic competitive strategy representation. So on the y-axis we have the differentiation or the low cost. Okay, on the on the y-axis we have the target market. On the x-axis we have the lower cost or differentiation, whatever we are using. Okay. So in this a broad cross section of the bias and the lower cost, we get the broad lower cost strategy. Here we get broad differentiation strategy. A narrow buyer segment, we get a focused low cost strategy or focused differentiation strategy. So in this we are getting differentiation. Here we are getting lower cost. And in the middle, best cost strategy, it is a combination of all the four strategies and the best pick from the company. Okay, so we are going one by one. Broad low cost strategies. From this, if I read the first line, striving to achieve lower cost than rivals, targeting a broad spectrum of buyers is an especially effective competitive approach in the markets with many price sensitive buyers. Okay, so in this strategy, the company is trying to achieve first of all lower cost. Okay, the low cost, the whatever the low cost the company will achieve than the rivals, they are using that low cost to have a competitive advantage in the market. And broad in the sense they are catering to all kinds of customers. It is not specifically to youngsters, or it is not specifically to women or children, something like that. It is the strategy which the company is building is catering to everyone in the market, almost everyone in the market. Okay, and they will be providing lower cost than the rivals so that they'll be able to compete on the price attribute. And these price attribute or fighting with the price cuts, it should not backfire on the company also. So the company need to keep in mind. And also the customers will not only come and buy the product just because the product is at lower cost without providing any good features or anything. So the company needs to keep in mind that they will be providing acceptable features along with lower cost. Okay, so moving on. Uh, yeah, in the previous module, in the third module, you have studied about value chain system. It was to give a kind of a idea. It was basically when a raw material enters into the realm of company, then how this raw material is treated and what is the finished product or services which can be created. ठीक है, तो basically what value is being created out of that raw material, and what are the chain of activities which is being carried out to create a raw material into a finished products. So that entire thing is called as value chain system. Okay, what value you are generating out of that raw material and what are the chain of activities you are conducting to make that raw material into a good valuable finished product. So from these value chain activities, whatever we have studied, there are some activities which the company needs to focus on to reduce the cost. Okay, so there are many things from raw material to work in progress. There might be five six processes, then from that there might be something which the company will be doing, and then the finished products will be produced. So whatever activities which are being carried out, there are a few cost drivers which will which if the company is able to control, then they can reduce the cost and eventually they can reduce the price of the product, and then they can compete with the rivals in terms of price reduction. Okay, so there are many things, 10 things basically, of the cost drivers, which if the company wants to achieve the cost cutting, they need to focus on all these. So whatever the company can do, we'll discuss in a brief. It is very much self-explanatory. I'll just go through this. The first thing is capturing all available economies of scale. You know what is economies of scale? When I am able to get a higher production in my company, then the per uh, per product cost of production will be low, and then I'll be achieving the lower cost for every product because of higher productivity, and that's the reason I am getting economies of scale by producing large amount of products, and per unit cost is getting reduced. So if I am able to achieve economies of scale, then my cost can be reduced. Okay, the second is about taking full advantage of experience and learning effects. So when I am running a company over a period of time, then I'll keep getting experiences. What are the problems can be which can arise during production? The workers which are working in the shop floor, they'll be experiencing something, they'll be having a kind of a learning curve. What are the difficulties they'll be facing, how these difficulties can be reduced, how the problems can be reduced while the production system, using those things, using those expertise, and changing the slight change in the production system or the way the company is working, that can lead to again reducing the cost of the product, manufacturing of the product. The third is about operating facilities at full capacity. Okay, there are times where the company, the production system can work at its full capacity, 100% capacity, everything is working, then it is fine. But when there is a capacity of some 100,000 units, and you're producing only maybe 50,000 or 60,000 units, okay, then your 50% or 60% capacity, you are wasting much of the resources you could have utilized, so there is an opportunity cost. So that's the reason, if you can produce at full capacity, then your resources will be utilized efficiently. So full capacity, how you will be able to achieve? When there are certain processes where the bottleneck is created, where there is a lot of time required for one process, another processes are waiting for that the previous process to get completed. Okay, so in that case, those processes can be looked upon, and uh, some issues can be cleared out of that process, so that the process should not take time, and everything is running simultaneously as far as possible. So at that time you can achieve a full capacity. Then there is about improving supply chain efficiency. If your supply chain efficiency is improved, then your products or your production system will not stop. It will keep on running, and whatever products, raw materials which is coming, or the work in progress products are coming, whether it is an assembly line or whatever, the if the supply chain is very efficient, your production will not stop, and it will continue, and resources will not get wasted, and your time will not get wasted. Okay, and then the fifth one is about substituting lower cost inputs whenever there is little or no sacrifice in product quality or performance. Okay, when there are lower costs, when you're substituting lower cost of inputs, then you will able to achieve the lower cost in the product itself. Okay, if your input is costing 10 rupees for a certain input, okay, and that same quality you can get it in 8 rupees or somewhere, from somewhere, then it is beneficial for the company. The 2 rupees reduction for every one product, the 2 rupees reduction can help you to reduce the cost of the product, if there is no sacrifice in the quality or the performance of the product. Okay, then you can go with the lower cost of inputs. Then the sixth is about using company's bargaining power with a supplier or other in the value chain system to gain concession. If your company is a bulk buyer, just like DMart, so you can ask the supplier to give more concession, more discount, as we are buying at a higher quantity of everything. So you can ask your suppliers for higher discount rates. And then the seventh one is about using online system and sophisticated system to achieve operational efficiency. When you are using online or sophisticated system, your wastage is reduced, your requirement of workers are reduced, your mistakes will be avoided when the machines are being properly working, and human error could be avoided when using sophisticated software systems. Then the eighth one is about improving process design and employing advancing production technology. Okay, when you're using a good advanced production technology, okay, so again your efficiency will be more, your accuracy will be higher, okay, and your mistakes will be reduced. Okay, so eventually your cost will be reducing. Then the ninth one is about being alert to the cost advantage of outsourcing or vertical integration. There are some things which can be easily achieved, or which can be economical if you outsource that thing. Outsourcing is whatever you are also capable of producing, you give those things to some another company or some another agent, or some production unit that they will produce it more efficiently than yours at a lesser cost and at a better quality, and you can give those things, and they will give you the finished products, and then you can use it for your production, in further production. So outsourcing is when there are people who are good at certain things. Okay, you can outsource that. For example, if there is a manufacturing of automobile, and that automobile company, you are good in manufacturing of engines and body of that automobile. Tires you will not manufacture, and better you will outsource the tire, and you will buy those tires from outside, or you can outsource that thing, or you can outsource the painting of your body, of your car body, to some Asian paints or something like that. So you can outsource some of the things to achieve cost advantage. And the last one is about motivating employees through incentives and company culture. When your employees are motivated, they will work more efficiently, okay, through various incentives, through any benefits, or having a company culture, something like that. So they'll have more efficiency in their work, and eventually that will reduce the cost. So these are some of the things which will reduce the cost, and then the company can achieve a low cost, can implement low cost strategy for all the customers. So the company can achieve a broad low cost strategy. Okay, then the next one is about broad differentiation strategies. From the name itself, I'll just go through the first line. Differentiation strategies are attractive whenever buyers' needs and preferences are too diverse to be fully satisfied by a standardized product offering. And successful product differentiation requires careful study to determine what attributes buyer will find appealing, valuable, and worth paying for it. Okay, so in broad differentiation strategies, I'll focus on differentiating my product from the competitors to achieve the competitive advantage, and then I'll be catering to all the customers. So that's the reason it is broad. Okay, I'll be catering to everyone, and I'll be creating a product or a service which is differentiated from the competitors. I'll not focus here on low cost, but I'll focus here on differentiation of my product and services. Okay, so I'll check on these. Managing the value chain in a ways to enhance differentiation. So the value chain which we were discussing in the previous a few minutes back. So in that value chain, I'll enhance my things. Okay, and enhance my, there are some value drivers basically, so that I'll try to enhance them, and then I'll try to create a differentiation from of my product from my competitors. Okay, so there are there are 8 value drivers which will be which I as a company can do in order to make myself differentiated from my competitors. So I'll go these one by one. To create product features and performance attributes that appeal to wide range of buyers, I'll create my product features or performance or attributes in such a way that it will be appealing to wide range of buyers. Okay, I'll be for example, I'm manufacturing Android. Okay, I am the manufacturer of Android. I am the Google. I have developed Android. Android can be used in almost all the cell phones, all the smartphones on the earth. Okay, so I'm appealing to every buyer, every mobile phone manufacturer. So every mobile phone manufacturer can use my operating system, Android, and then they can use it in their feature. So I'm appealing to everyone. So, and I have a differentiated feature which the other competitors could not achieve. Okay, Android will be having certain features which we like, and which all the mobile phone companies liked it, so they have adopted the operating system of Android itself. Okay, that is the differentiating factor. The second is about improving customer service or add extra services. Okay, if there are many competitors, every one of us are selling the similar kind of product with similar tastes, preferences, everything, then I can, in order to have a competitive advantage, I can improve the services, the customer service, which the other competitors are not providing. I can improve on that or add some extra service to attract the customers. Okay, which will make my company differentiated from my competitors. And then the third is about invest in production related R&D activities. I can invest more in R&D activities to have a better product, okay, to so that my product will be differentiated. Okay, so we have there are many manufacturers who have a flexible manufacturing system, separate different kinds of assembly line, and some kind of customized product offerings also is there. For example, in during the campaign of Babylicious of TVS. TVS Motors offered 99 shades of its scooty. Okay, and they had a tie-up with Asian Paints. The main body of TVS was very much similar. Only a few parts were getting painted by Asian Paints with different 99 variants of colors were offered to the customers. So only a few change in R&D activities and the marketing strategies, they could achieve differentiation from other scooties. Okay, and the fourth one is about strive for innovation and technological advances. In this, the company will always keep on trying to innovate in the market and have technological advances of its products. And the other companies will be a follow up. Just like Apple will have always striving for innovation, and the other mobile phone companies will try to imitate that and try to bring something which is similar to Apple. Okay, so that's the reason Apple will be considered as a differentiated company. The products will be considered as differentiated products. And then the fifth one is about pursue quality, continuous quality improvement. Okay, you are a company, you are manufacturing a good quality product, your competitors are trying to achieve the similar quality which you are manufacturing. During that time, you should always have the zeal to continuously improve your quality, so that you will not lag behind your competitors if someone comes with a better quality product with something else. Okay, so a continuous quality improvement thing should be there in the mind of the company to achieve differentiation. Okay. Then the sixth is about increase marketing and brand building activities. A company should always be engaged in brand building activities and marketing, so that it should not lag behind the competitors. Okay, Coke and Pepsi always continuously bombard the advertisements or the hoardings and everywhere with their marketing and branding activities, so that the people should not forget about any of these brands, and they continuously do it, so that the customer loyalty will be maintained, and their brand will be stored in the minds of the customer. If Pepsi stop doing that, and then everyone will start consuming Coke, or and vice versa. So to make themselves differentiated, you need to continue this. And then the seventh one is about seek out high quality inputs. Okay, as in this you are not targeting the low cost strategy, you are targeting differentiated strategy. So that is the reason your inputs should be of high quality. Example which has been given here is Starbucks. Okay, and the coffee shops are very common. There are many competitors. Cafe Coffee Day is there, Costa Coffee is there. Okay, then so what is the differentiation of Starbucks? Even small differentiation, just like the cup, the order which you have given in the Starbucks, when your order arrives, your name is written on the cup in a very unique fashion. It is not the correct spelling, but it is a different spelling somehow altogether. Okay, so that's the thing. In high quality inputs, you as a Starbucks, you are putting coffee beans which is at a higher quality, or anything which you will be using at a uh, high quality, which your competitor is not offering. You can differentiate yourself with them. Then the last one is about emphasize human resource management activities that improve the skills, expertise, and knowledge of the company person. Okay, then you need to improve your human resource management. Your inside of the company needs to be managed efficiently, so that you are getting a highly skilled expertise employee in your company, who will work efficiently and produce better products and services, offer better services to the customers. So if your workforce is very differentiated, then also you can have a differentiated strategy. Okay, these are the things which make the company differentiated from its competitors. The first one of the business strategy, we studied about the broad, low cost strategy. The second we studied about broad differentiation strategy. Okay, those two were pretty much big. The next two are explanation is quite small because we are focusing the focus strategies. We are focusing, sorry, the market niche strategies. Okay, so market niche strategy from the marketing, you understand there we are going to target two specific customers. We are not in terms of geography or in terms of any age factor or demographic factor, any factor. We are going to target only specific kinds of customers. So that's the reason these strategies are called as focus strategies. So in focus strategies, there are certain conditions. Okay, uh, okay, I'll go through this. Mm, certain There is some type of uniqueness in the segment which could either be geographical, demographic, based on lifestyle. Okay, there are specialized requirements for using these products or services that common customers cannot expect to fulfill. The niche market is big enough to be profitable for the focused organization. That's the reason the company will enter into. Okay, if the niche market is also a profitable and big enough, and there is promising potential for growth in the niche segment. Okay, if it is a growing market, then the major players in the industry are not interested in niche as it not fit in their own plans, uh, or not to be crucial to their own success. So there are major players who are manufacturing similar kind of products, but they are not interested into catering to those niche segment. So in that case, I as a smaller company can target those niche segments. Then the focusing of organization has the necessary skill and expertise to serve the niche segment. And then the focusing organization can guard its turf from other predators organization on basis of customer relations and loyalty it has developed and its acknowledged superiority. Okay, the organization which is catering to those focused group, if it can guard itself, it can protect itself from the other people, then it will be serving those focused customers itself. Okay, so there are some of the these are some of the reasons where the focus strategy can be adopted by the company. So there are two focus strategies. One is about focused low cost strategy. Focused low cost strategy, by the name itself, you will understand it is a low cost strategy. That means it will try to beat the competitors whoever are there. Few competitors might be there in every business. So in this business, there are few more competitors. Though with those competitors, this company will be fighting or competing in terms of prices. And it is a focused. That means it is only catering to niche segment. Okay, it is very much self-explanatory. You can go through the explanation. Aims at securing competitive advantage by serving buyers in the target market niche at a lower cost than of the rival competitors. Okay, the fourth one is about focus differentiation strategy. From the name itself, differentiation, I'll be creating a differentiated product or services for a specific kinds of people in the niche market. Okay, so that's the reason it is a focus differentiation strategy. um, well, it depends upon the existing existence of buyer segment that is looking for a special product or service attributes. Okay, just for example, uh, for a baby product, baby shampoo will be a kind of a niche product. Okay, there will be very few babies who will be having that much hairs, and though the parents will be applying shampoo for those. So it is a niche segment, but a company can enter into that if there is a bigger market, and there is a hope of good sales in that. And the normal shampoos cannot be applied to babies as they are very harmful for their heads. So that's the reason you are developing a special kind of product, just as baby shampoos. And if there is a need from the buyer side, then it will be a beneficial or differentiated product you will be manufacturing. And the second is about firm's ability to create a product or service offering that stands apart from the rivals competing in the same target market niche. Okay, and if you can able to produce a better product than your competitors, then definitely it is a win-win situation for you, and you can go ahead with that. Okay, so this was about a focus differentiation strategy or differentiation strategy for a niche market. And the last one, which we come about, you can go through this when a focus low cost is attractive. Okay, the last one which we come is about best cost strategy. A best cost strategy is okay. I'll go through this. Best cost provider strategy stake out a middle ground between pursuing a low cost advantage and a differentiation advantage, and between appealing to broader market as a whole and narrow niche market. Okay, so in this case, it is a combination basically of both. Okay, it is a low cost and it is a differentiated product. Okay, and it is catering again to broad market, not a niche market, but definitely. Okay, so in this case, the best example is about a